Morning, everybody. How's it going? Good. Doing great. Got one grade. Everybody else,
I gave you a good.
good. All right, give me a good. Yeah. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. So today is a continuation of our topic from our second sales meeting last month called A Path to Mastery. So I thought I would start the sales meeting today with just a little extra pretentiousness, as if I'm not already really pretentious. I was thinking about this morning over a cup of coffee, and I'm thinking, like, really, what is the difference, just in my opinion, in its simplest term, of the difference between knowledge and mastery? And so I came up with this. The difference between knowledge and mastery is just repetition. That's all it is, right? Like, we can listen to someone do a really great buyer consultation. We can read about how a buyer consultation is important. We can even ask ChatGPT to put together a buyer presentation for us, right? We can do it 2 or 3 or 4 or 10 or 20 times. But if we want to master something, it's just time on task over time, over and over and over. The reason that Don Jarecki is a master at doing loans isn't because he read about them for a long time and studied them. It's because he's done. How many loans do you think you've done over the course of your 26 years? Thousands? So like you say, you're getting pretty good at doing loans now, writing loans, right? So like the level of mastery, like it's not just about reading about it. It's about, number one, reading about it or learning about it or being taught the material and then applying it and then applying it and then applying it over and over and over and over. You guys have heard about the 10,000 hour rule by any chance? What's the 10,000 hour rule, Jason? I saw you shake your head, so.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you gotta do something 10,000 hours before you become a master. I think it's.
Yeah.
It's a what?
Sure. Sure, why not? You gotta do something, once you do something for 10,000 hours, then you're a master at it, right? So like if you wanna go out there and be a master pianist or a master saxophone player or a master salesperson, whatever it is, 10,000 hours will get you in the top 1% of the entire world. Isn't that crazy? Like legitimately, if you've done something for 10,000 hours, you're in the top 1% of the entire world. So that's what we're going to be talking about a little bit later today. But before we get to that, we're going to open up with our system of beliefs, as we always do. So over here to your left, you'll see our Keller Williams system of beliefs. So as we always do, I would like for 2 people to volunteer to just give an example of how our system of beliefs have manifested itself in your business over the last few weeks. Made eye contact, so I must think you have one. I don't think so. Always flattering. Who's got an example?
I'll go with nobody else. Communication.
You can only take the awkward silence as long as.
Awkward silence.
Me, on the other hand, I can just sit in awkward silence for hours.
Could have been here until 10:05. It's probably overused with communication. I had a listing where it's both sides communication. there's less good and there's good offering, and the original buyer ended up backing out, which wasn't great, but we kept communication with another person that came to the game very late in the process.
All right.
We were going to honor the first one just because we were basically at the finish line. But we said, hey, if you want to write a backup, you want to stay in the game, you never know what's going to happen. And then literally, super good communication. She's like, I'm going to write this up. And then literally like 18 hours later, this guy's like, oh, my letter didn't include taxes and insurance and the payment. So like, I can't go forward. And I'm like, well, definitely wasn't Don directly.
Yeah. Throw that out there.
Always remember the TI and PITI. So it was just, good communication, not assuming that a deal's rock solid beginning, and I
Yeah.
was kind of seeking out options and alternatives, so I had to kind of sit with the other agent for being persistent and staying in communication.
Love it. Perfect example. Thank you. Did you shave your face recently? Your beard's like gone.
Yeah.
No, you look
Freshly shaved.
It looks good. Kelly,
I was going to do teamwork together, everyone achieves more. I have a buyer that I've been working with for a while, and Don and I set up a meeting together.
I
Yeah.
insisted, I said, could you please bring him into the office? I said, "Oh."
Yeah.
put him in a headlock, get him in the office.
Yeah, and then literally that's what I did. And Don and I met with him and he seems more confident now, like at his price point and to go above asking, because he would never do that. And yes, and I think what also resonated with him and myself was like, Don was like, once somebody knows you wanna buy a house, everybody becomes a real estate master. Yeah. And so I was like, so true, between his mom and dad, and it's just like, yeah, so, yeah,
Perfect,
Thanks, Don.
perfect example of teamwork. Thank you, Kelly.
yeah.
Yeah, I've had to have a couple of those coming to Jesus talks with mom or dad.
Yeah.
My first sale ever, my buyer, who was a friend from my gym, her dad was a retired home inspector.
Oh.
Tons of fun, lots of fun.
Right.
Oh, Bill Brown. He still texts me every once in a while.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much for that, and Jason, thanks to you as well. So a couple of trainings that are coming up, actually tonight in Lakewood. This has become one of my favorite classes to teach. This is called The 10 Things They Didn't Teach You in Real Estate School, or the 10 Things They Don't Teach You in Real Estate School. It's very, very helpful for people who are in real estate school, who are thinking about joining the brokerage, but it's also a really nice refresher of like how to organically grow a real estate business and lead gen once you're in the business. So if you're curious about the content, you can come find me after the training. But you know, if you're thinking about growing your Keller Williams downline and you want to recruit another agent to something like this, it's a really, really good time. It's supposed to be from 6 to 7, but they usually end up going about 90 minutes because I get a little passionate and long-winded. Help me grow your downline by recruiting somebody to this training. So. And then a week from today, July 22nd at 6 p.m., we'll have a regular traditional career night on Zoom that I'll be leading as well. So again, if you know anybody that has been thinking about a career in real estate, pondering what that might look like, or someone who's currently getting licensed, love to have them on Zoom with me that night. Some other upcoming trainings. Stump the Presenter is a week from this coming Thursday, July 17th. So Wesley Croft will be here in the Lakewood office. Michael Rapaski will be in the Pepper Pike office, and we're putting them in the hot seat. Come with your toughest real estate questions. So it'll be here with Wesley on Thursday, and I would love somebody to just put Wesley through the ringer. So I haven't really been able to stump him, but maybe one of you guys can. So you can register now at the link, the QR code link there. Next up, brush up on your compliance skills. July 21st, Commission Plus Compliance and Command with Kate Mikolasovic, and Boost Your Basics, Elevate Your Success. I think Kelly probably put this together or is working on putting it together. So anything else I should mention about that I didn't?
No, I think this is like basically, I guess in a nutshell, we're gonna go over how to submit your commissions and compliance in Command.
Yeah.
With Kate.
Nice.
So all the documents that everyone puts in that needs auditing and like what that looks like, all the compliance docs, and then, yeah, and then how, to put that in Command, and then how to put in your deal and associated with your contact, to then for the commissions tab to pop up.
Sounds like fun.
If you've never done it before, definitely would recommend attending this class.
Yeah, nice. Come
Yeah.
learn how to do that. Thank goodness Liz does all that for me. So
Yeah,
thanks, Liz. Yeah.
right, or hire Liz to do it.
Or hire Liz to do it. Yeah. And this is part of our Launch Plus series. It's every other Monday at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right? Okay,
Mhm.
perfect. Every other Monday at 1 o'clock, they do different topics. And then, of course, our event of the season coming up, Summer Masterminds, top agent panels, 2 keynote speakers, like so many different breakout sessions that you can pick from. I'm not going to go into the level of detail that I did during our last sales meeting. But Julia Lachey and Alex Sheen, I'm so excited to hear these speakers. That's going to be July 25th. And it's sure to be a great time. So get registered. It's at the Holiday Inn off Rockside in Independence. All right, some partner updates. I noticed that Jennifer O'Malley is in the room. Jennifer, good morning. What do you have for us today, Jennifer?
I'm gonna make it really quick because I know you have lots of really great content today. Like I always stand behind us when I feel like that. Until Chris is standing behind it and going, I can't speak. Well, awesome news that Kelly, Carrie and I are collaborating on bringing a core CE to Lakewood Market Center in September. So keep your eyes peeled for the big announcement after we get everything submitted and approved. Look for that marketing. I think this one is going to be civil rights through our
Nice.
core CE. So very excited. I was told like this is one of the first providers to offer this one. Excellent. So if you have any questions on all that good stuff, reach out to us. Obviously, please let us know if we can help you with tax and legal reports, seller net sheets, general title questions, east side, west side. We're here to help you guys. Thank you.
Thank
Do
you.
you have anything for me?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Appreciate it. The core CE is the one that is required by the state, so it's not just some
On 3
elective that is required. Yeah, in 3 hours, so come get your CE. Next up, a new partner and friend of mine, Jennifer Rennick. I'm going to invite Jennifer up. So those of you who remember Renee Kozak, Jennifer is the new Renee. We met last week, super excited about some things that APHW have cooking with the warranty business. And so I'm not going to steal your thunder, Jennifer. You go right ahead. Thank you.
For this, I haven't met, I am Jennifer Rennick. I'm new to your office, but I have been in home warranty sales for over 8 years, and it's 9 years now, and I was an agent for 6 years before that. So I'm not a rookie, but I'm here to help all you guys. I have updated everything in the office with my info with business cards, so reach out if you guys need anything. But today I want to just talk to you about our new concierge program that I think you're gonna love. I'll make sure I leave these flyers with you as well. Basically, we have heard and listened over the years of what's going on with renewals with customers, forgetting that they have a home warranty, not understanding their home warranty, closings get hectic. The homeowners forget how, what to do with it. So what we've done is created an entire concierge team, all new hires or people within our company that we've turned over into that role, and that is their entire role. What's gonna happen? Anytime you place a home warranty order for your buyer, our concierge specialist will reach out about 2 weeks prior to closing, as long as we have their contact information. Or they can scan the QR code on this flyer that you can give them, and they can set up their own welcome call. It is literally a welcome call. It is not a sales call. Our concierge team is gonna walk them through their coverage, explain their home warranty terms and conditions to them. They will not be upselling them anything. It is strictly just a support system so that your customers are more comfortable with their warranty and know how to use it and get the full benefit out of it for that year. They'll talk to them about renewal come the 9-month period. The great thing about this, when they do call and go over this with them, they'll have a direct contact. This concierge person stays with them for the life of their contract. They'll have a contact at extension. Debbie, you can call me with everybody you need. This lightens your load. No more 10 p.m. calls on my water heater broke and I have no idea what to do. They'll know what to do now. So it will help you just be out there selling and helping your client. The other great part of it is they'll do a 3, a 6, and a 9-month checkpoint with your customer. So they're going to be checking in every 3, 6, 9 months saying, how's your warranty? How's your house? How are things going for you? Are you good? They're basically reaching out to your sphere for you. They're going to mention your name every time they call, like to make sure that you're top of mind to the customer. I always tell everyone, because I've been in this business, is your future business or your past clients. It should never just be one and done, right? You should be this, you want to sell them more than one home every time you're dealing with this customer. You want to be able to get referrals and leads from them. We're going to help you with that. If anything comes back that they have a referral lead for you through this program, I will be reaching out to let you know. If you want to talk to that customer to reach out to them, that they'd love to hear from you. It's a really great program. Again, they are just providing them support in their home. So I will leave these around the office. Again, they can set up their own welcome call, or we'll just reach out if they haven't set up their welcome call. I just think some customers, if they have day jobs, they can't answer the phone, they can schedule it at their convenience to make sure they understand. Questions about that? Could this be like, if they had it 4 months ago, still get a welcome call.
Yeah, you can
regardless.
still set it up, just set them up. So if
Okay,
you have
perfect.
signed up somebody, you know, probably within even the last 6 months, if you want to,
Yeah,
just give them this and let them set up their welcome call.
okay,
Absolutely, even if it's
Cool.
from some past stuff within the last few months,
okay.
because we just rolled it out, so they weren't
Yeah.
part of the program, but we'd be happy to have them. We are getting fantastic reviews about this. The customers are blown away that someone is just personally reaching out to make sure they understand how to use it. Yeah. Any other questions? At least I'm gonna get the wrap for you.
Thanks, Jennifer, appreciate it. Imagine like a built-in DTD2 quarterly call from your APHW partner, how cool is that? I was telling Jennifer when we met last week about how when I purchased my home, I got a home warranty with it. And the first time something happened, it was like a plumbing issue. I didn't know the process. I didn't know that I had to go through the warranty company website to do a claim. We just assumed that because we're in the industry that people should like know and be aware of these things. But I went ahead and like called the plumber, scheduled him to come out. He came out. I paid for it, did like $200 or $300 worth of plumbing work, and then like weirdly tried to like call my warranty company. And I'm like, hey, I have this invoice that you can pay me for now. And they were like, no, that doesn't work like that. You gotta call us first. So I learned the hard way, but this concierge is a life hack for that. So thanks, Jennifer. Next up, Don Jarecki with Cross Country Mortgage. Good morning, sir.
I'll just keep my sweet, just I'm glad you have that slide up there, fireside chat tomorrow, 1 o'clock. We're gonna talk specifically about first-time homebuyer programs. We're gonna cover OFA quite heavily, with the recent changes July 1st, with their interest rate drops and their down payment assistance drops. So try and tune in for that one at 1 o'clock. It's gonna be Chris and I at Sean's application somewhere in the world. You guys are all one, Zoom.
Thanks, Don. Appreciate it. And our leverage center. Morning, Liz.
Good morning.
Yeah, like, yeah, I'm doing both.
I feel like everyone, there's no one here doesn't know what we're doing. Yeah, at this point, we're still here, especially, I don't know. Summer's, we're only halfway through. I feel like it almost feels like summer's over, like, we're not, we're only halfway through.
It's because it's 100 degrees outside. It
Probably,
feels like
yeah.
mid-August right now.
So deals are still getting done. Don't forget that we're here to help, so don't feel overwhelmed. We can answer any questions, like just help you through your deals, give you the support you need so that you can do more deals and make more money.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just wanted to mention too, I did send out our first Leverage Center newsletter on July 1st. If any of you saw it. I just want to talk a little bit about MailChimp. It's a super, super awesome program that we're offering through KW if you do use the Leverage Center. It's the analytics are really, really in depth. I can see who opened it, how many times they opened it, what links they clicked on. It's really, really nice. It's pretty like intense almost. I think it's a really great way to like really delve into like certain people in your database, like if they're clicking on certain things, and you can kind of reach out and have a good idea of what they're looking for. And it's fun. We do newsletters. It's worthwhile information that your database actually wants to read and not just talking about yourself. We're here always.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, as always. Thanks for everything you do. All right, David Goldberg's not in the room. All right, so let's get into today's content. We're talking about some information today that I'm just super passionate about. Thank you for passing these out, by the way, Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate it. So if you remember last time, if you weren't here, that's fine. I'm going to do a little quick refresher. But basically this path to mastery is, it's really around, you know, as agents, as 1099 business owners, you know, sometimes we find ourselves in situations where like we're not getting external accountability. So we find ourselves where we're having to like hold ourselves accountable, right? And that could be a real blessing, and it can also be a real curse, trying to hold ourselves accountable to the daily tasks that we know are going to drive revenue for us and drive growth for our businesses. So today we're talking about like it's not like the sexiest topic in the world, but it is very tactical. So the information we're doing today is very tactical, and it's almost kind of like a workshop more than anything else. So so the last time we talked about path to mastery, we all put together, an Eisenhower matrix, right? And it was like the important urgent, the important non-urgent, the non-important urgent, and the non-important non-urgent things that, that we do every day as sales agents. There's a, 4-quadrant Eisenhower matrix on the back of this handout, in case you want to reference it, during our time together. So some of the things that came out of the last time we got together, the path to mastery, and really we're focusing on today is the top right quadrant of this matrix. The things that we need to do that are going to grow our businesses strategically, that aren't a fire drill that we have to do right now. And because those things that are fire drills that we have to do right now, sometimes prioritizing those things will lead us astray or keep us distracted from the things that are truly important, and that is the top right quadrant, which is also schedule it, right? So like there's like the do it, the schedule it, the leverage it, and the eliminate it. The top right quadrant of this is things that are ultra important to your business, but things that require scheduling and time blocking and habit trackers, right? So that's what we're going to focus on today. So some of these things that came out of the last time we got together are lead generation and relationship building, right? So like a few, to name a few, daily prospecting calls to your sphere, weekly follow-up with warm leads or potential referrals, handwritten thank you cards, sending personalized follow-up texts and emails. We call it DTD2 here at Keller Williams. Coffee, lunch meetings with top referral agents. Like these are all things to generate leads, right? And sometimes we often forget because we're like busy doing the transaction that's already on the path to profit. So marketing and branding is another thing. If you're not using Tori to leverage those things and you're doing them yourself, like we got to make sure that we're prioritizing those things or they just won't get done, right? Filming and editing social media content, writing and scheduling email newsletters, creating a marketing calendar for listings and events. Business planning and strategy, right? Making sure that we're reviewing our KPIs, updating our business plan, reviewing our pipeline and setting goals. Skill development and mastery and system automation, like putting together the models and systems, right? But putting together a model and system like an 8x8 or your lead gen strategy, like that's not something that's urgent and important. That's something that's ultra important, but not urgent. So sometimes we just simply forget to do it, right? So I want to take some time this morning to talk about what you feel for Q3, right? Like once Q3 is over, July, August, September, if you accomplish these 3 goals that are going to lead to your annual goal, your annual profit goal, your annual transaction goal, what does that win look like, right? So as an example, right, like the content we're going to talk about today is whatever your annual goal is. Maybe that's, $3 million in revenue or like $6 million in production, whatever that is, like just keep that in mind. You don't have to write that down right now, right? But as we're formulating our plan, we're going to have our 3 goals. We're going to call them priorities. Right? So goal 1, goal 2, and goal 3. And again, for the quarter, for the next 3 months, right? Or 2.5 months, July, August, September. So when October 1st rolls around, like you want to make sure that all 3 of these goals are something that you've accomplished in your business. And that doing so is going to help you reach your 2025 goals. Make sense? Is it foggy at all? And this isn't like if you want to do 5 million this year, this isn't like goal number 1 is 1.75 million. That's not like we're not breaking this one annual production goal down into 3 other production goals, but it's more like by October 1st, I wanna have a social media strategy. Or I wanna have 3 events, 3 community events completed, or like whatever it is, right? But take some time to think about that, and then write down what you want those 3 goals to be. And Jennifer, you probably have sales goals too, so like, if you want to engage in this, by all means.
Great to my team, actually.
Mhm. Like to think of this as like, what are the things that when I'm not spending time in quadrant 1, I know I should be doing, or I know I have to be successful. Roaming around.
No, you're good. I know there's something.
Oh, yeah, I'm probably.
Oh, no, actually, I don't think I set that up either, or did I?
What's that?
You set that up? Oh, you did set that up. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was like trying to get.
Got 3 goals written down. So the point of this, I probably should have started with this slide. The point of this is to take us from awareness to action, right? Like, there's a difference between being aware of the goals that you have and being cognizant of them, and putting together a strategy to make sure that daily, weekly, we're doing the things that are gonna complete our goals. Now, it's very easy to create a strategic plan for anything in life, very easy to create the plan. It's very different to execute on that plan, so this is the process for execution. Thanks, Kelly, I literally would have left it on that first slide the entire time.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was anything to follow.
Appreciate the reminder.
Yeah.
Everybody have them? All right, let's move on. So now we're gonna talk about strategies, or the slide calls them actions. List the actions, list the weekly strategies on that bottom section. And try to do 3 to 4 strategies per goal. Actions needed to support these goals. You're always thinking.
It's hard when you're in the room.
You can write a class called the Path to Flattery. I could teach that one. All right, so let's have some share time. What did you guys put down for your quarterly goals? That if you complete them, you know, October 1st rolls around and you complete them, that you're gonna feel like that's a win. Anybody care to share?
2 buyer agreements signed.
2 buyer agreements signed. So that's the goal, that's the first goal, 2 buyer agreements signed, so. Can I ask a follow-up question?
Yes.
Perfect, so underneath your strategies or your actions for 2 buyer agreements signed, which I love that goal, by the way. What are your strategies or actions that are gonna support that goal?
Social media posts, city networking events, follow up with past clients, coffee with new people, and 1 real estate conversation per day.
Love that. Love that. Good stuff. And 1 real estate conversation per day. You could probably build a career off of just that one strategy. I love that. Anybody else care to share? Oh, lots of sharing going on here. I love it. That's okay. I'll take your silence as just quality introspection. Business building.
Just pretend they're not here, it's just you and me.
You don't want that. One-on-one's getting a little intense for me.
It's fine, I can take it.
Scale of 1 to 10, how honest you want me to be?
I already know it's all, I already know,
What's that?
I already know.
I mean, you sit in an office with Andrew, so
I am.
I'm not gonna throw anything at you. That you're not. If you start playing music, I will start dancing. So.
I'm sorry.
Not a challenge. That's not a challenge or a promise, Jennifer. So as we're thinking about these actions or strategies that lead up to the priority, that lead up to your annual goal, a couple of things to consider. And like you led me right into this with your daily conversations, right? Like hold yourself accountable to that daily conversations, right? So like, are they like reverse engineering themselves up to your buyer consultations, right? So as an example, conversations lead to appointments, right? Appointments are gonna lead to buyer consultations. Then what happens? Your buyer consultations are gonna lead to closed business. Your closed business is going to lead up to your annual production goal, right? So like drilling that down from what your big, hairy, audacious goal is down to your daily activities, right? So you nailed it. And then challenge yourself to make sure that these activities that you're doing are revenue driving activities, right? So then now we're going to take that list of things, right? And we're going to do 2 things with that list. Number 1, we're going to time block it. On the next page, you'll see there's daily, your daily schedule, right? So the idea around this slide is to create your perfect daily schedule, but if all things were to go correct, and this is what a successful day would look like, right? And just to the right of it, I printed off my habit tracker for you. Anybody read the book Atomic Habits by James Clear? Anybody? Jennifer? Yep. Love it. So this is this habit tracker. I basically just like, other than my morning routine, I deleted everything out of my habit tracker. I'm happy to share my full habit tracker with you if you want to see it. But I wanted to give this to you as a tool to use. When I'm at my best, I'm tracking my daily activities. I'm doing my morning routine like a religion, and I'm tracking my daily activities every single day. So these two tools, right, used in conjunction with one another, like these are the tasks that you want to hold yourself accountable to every single day. And these are the time of day that you want to do them. Now, obviously things are going to come up, like these are the things, these things from quadrant 2 are the things that you're scheduling and time blocking for. Keeping in mind to give yourself grace, because quadrant 1 things are still going to come up, right? As you're lead generating during your lead gen time block, you're going to have a client call you who needs something right now, right? It's going to require you to put it aside, take care of that issue. And then you got to hold yourself accountable to going right back to it. Does that make sense? So take some time and the activities that you wrote down on the previous page and put them into a time blocked daily schedule. I'd like to start early. It's a good thing you have a writing utensil that crops out those times. When's your morning routine start? 3:40. 3:40. Yeah. Love that. Love that for you. And just as a reminder too, that top right quadrant, like all of these things that you're putting on this time block, represents your 20% from the 80-20 rule principle that we talked about last month, right? So 20% of your efforts yield 80% of your results. This is the 20%. The MREA tells us that the top agents in the country, they just do a really good job of holding themselves accountable to time blocking what's truly important when they're building their businesses. Really nice and cool in here all week. And today it's just like, it's so fun. Ahas that we have so far. Anything you discovered about the activities that you're doing or what you're letting get in the way? Oh, yeah, everybody has enough time, we just make excuses. Yeah, definitely felt guilty of that one. And we like, for me, in my experience, I probably am not alone too. Like I spend time doing the easy, comfortable things, allow myself to get distracted and, do the fun, comfortable things when, the 20% is always there. It's not going away, right? So what are some things that get in the way of your lead gen time or your top 20%?
Naps.
What's that? Napping? Well, when you get up at 3:40 and you start your morning routine. Yeah. Yeah.
I think, real estate emergencies, we all have these clients that are very, time intensive, and texting them 8 times a day about every single line of the contract. Like,
Yep.
Line 74, it says the word "the," what does that mean? Like, it means "the," But I think, discipline like that can send you off track.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're checking Instagram, the next thing that somebody else texts you and you completely abandon the task on hand. So-
Yeah.
So whatever you have to do to set up your cocoon or whatever it is, just figure out a way to get back. Task at hand.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's kind of the next step of the process is like what are some boundaries that we can set with ourselves and with the rest of the things that are going on, because realistically, right, like when we're really honest with ourselves, when that client texts us, do we have to get back to them right now, or do we have to even get back to them within an hour or two? Ideally, yes, if it's like a true emergency. But if it's about one line on a contract and there's no deadline and we have some space, right? Like setting boundaries to make sure, and this is like the pot calling the kettle black right now because I have no boundaries with my clients. Like that's one of the things that I really frustrate myself with is, when I have a client shoot me a text message, I don't care when it is, I'm gonna get back to them right away. So I need this as much as I'm preaching it. So what's one boundary that you need to set? And one system that you can create to protect your most important work.
Nail that emergency piece of it. Just in real estate in general, we have to be so careful. Responding quickly is fantastic, but if you do it every time instantly and stop everything you're doing, you're disrupting your flow and your possible day, but you're also setting an expectation
Yeah.
to whoever you're working with, and they'll just speak on it.
Yeah.
And then it can become such a disruptor, you'll never get that under control.
Yeah.
So you're right, it's hard not to want to respond, but I have a whole Florida team that I manage, and they're struggling with this greatly. They'll call me 8 times a day. If I don't respond, they'll immediately try to call somebody else. It's this just sense of urgency of the world that we live in,
Yeah.
that everything's emergency when it's not.
Yeah.
Getting that balance of what expectation am I setting that I'm available to be on 24/7, how sustainable is that in your business?
Yeah, I love that. Thank you for that. I think we can all kind of relate to that, right? And we set a precedent with our clients that like when they text us at 11 o'clock at night and we respond at 11:05, we're programming them to number one, tell them that it's okay for them to text us at 11 o'clock at night and that we'll respond immediately, right? Like not a good precedent to set.
Most people stop that with me because I tell them, I said, you can text me anytime during the evening you want. But I won't respond until I wake up in the morning. And then when I wake up in the morning, they get a text from me at 3:45 AM. They're like, I got it. I need you.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just wait till 8.
Yeah,
Wait till you want to get replied back to.
exactly.
Yeah, I love that. So from a technology standpoint, what are some boundaries that we can utilize technology to protect ourselves and our time blocks?
Don't download the social media apps on your phone.
Ooh,
I don't have any social media apps on my phone. When I want to use them, I either re-download them and log in and then delete it when I'm done, or I log in.
yeah, and if you have to download an app and log in every time you want to check it, you just won't check it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
You can also set downtime on your phone, so you can't access social media between whatever hours you set.
Yeah, I know.
Downtime.
I'll disable that downtime right away. Though.
And I get into other people's phones and set that for them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Team.
Yes.
One more thing that Liz can do for me. Here, Liz, password protect Instagram for me. Don't tell me the password. I love it.
Would that be a monthly fee?
Yeah,
Monthly fee.
I'm good with it. Jennifer, what were you gonna say?
The worst is when you have your do not disturb set up. But did you know if someone calls you 3 or more times in a row, it'll ring?
My wife knows that.
Yeah, my sister wrote that. She got so mad at me when I.
Somebody knew
Poor
that
girl.
apparently when I was out of office at 6 AM.
Oh. Come on now, come on now.
To tell me that the lender didn't add the way.
Clearly a real estate emergency.
Clearly a Jen thing.
Clearly a Jen thing.
Yeah.
One thing that I discovered recently that's changed my life entirely is, if you have an iPhone and you're sending a text to another iPhone, you can click the little send later button. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't realize that.
But yeah, only bummer is that it only works with other iPhones, but
Yeah.
other than that, yeah.
Yeah. I've discovered that, because like a lot of time I come home from the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning and I want to work from 6:30 to 7:30 or 8. But I don't want to text my clients at 6 o'clock in the morning, so I just send it later at 8:30. I get a bunch of text messages out. I used to, you can utilize that with your Sphere as well, right? Like if you want to lead gen from 10 o'clock at night until midnight, because you're just bored and have no life like me sometimes. You can schedule 50 or 60 text messages to go out the next day at like 8 AM or 9 AM. Right, like utilize that time, take advantage of it. So that's a great way to set boundaries with technology. What are some great things that you can do from a client perspective that can also set boundaries? What are ways you set expectations and boundaries with your clients outside of just utilizing technology?
If I'm
Somebody might learn
working,
something. Somebody might learn something today. Wait.
if I'm working outside of my normal business hours, I will often set my emails to go out later so that people don't know that I'm working, so that they only see me work during those hours, so they don't start thinking that they can get me whenever they want.
Yeah, I love it. So it's like the send later text, but for emails as
Yep.
well.
Mhm.
You can schedule that. I love it. So how about buyer consultations or listing consultations? Is that a good time to set boundaries?
Yes.
That I cannot tell you. Kelly, you use a buyer consultation? You do a buyer consultation? Jason, you do buyer consultation? You do buyer consultation?
I didn't, but the plan is I'm going to.
Nice.
At some point, I'm gonna probably have somebody help me put one of those together.
I can think of someone. I just wanted to make sure that like I'm preaching to the right people here. Because I don't want to give you a ton of information that you're already using, but I cannot tell you how easier my life got when I started doing formal buyer consultations, like as a step one to entering into an agency relationship with a client. Gives you an opportunity to sit down for 60 or 90 minutes and literally give them your expectations and tell them what their expectations should be of you. That's one of my favorite things to do is like tell my clients what their expectations, whether they hire me or not, these are your expectations you should have for your agent that you choose. I love that, right? Because at the end of the day, if we allow our clients, if we allow our social media apps, if we allow things to get in our way that are going to keep us from doing our 20%, we got a problem, right? So probably going to talk about James Clear a little bit too. If you haven't read Atomic Habits, it's probably, I would say, top 5 for me on building a real estate business and the importance of psychologically how we work. And one of the things that the book talks about is altering or changing our environment to set boundaries. So we set boundaries with our technology, we set boundaries face to face with our clients, but then we also set boundaries by changing our environment. And what I mean by that is the example that the book gave was that James wanted to eat healthier. And he would like buy all these fruits and vegetables, and then he would leave them in the crisper in his fridge, like out of sight, out of mind. And then a couple weeks would go by, and he would open up the crisper, and like it would just be like a drawer full of rotten fruit, right? So rather than putting them in the crisper, he would bring them home from the grocery store and put them on a bowl, like on his kitchen island, so that they were always, like every time he would go into the kitchen, like there was the fresh fruit and vegetables, right? So how do we do that in our real estate business, right? Like when we need to sit down and do some deep work on generating leads or working on our marketing plan or doing the top 20%, how can we alter our environment to make sure that like that time is efficient and optimal? We already talked about it from a technology standpoint, right? Like put your phone in do not disturb and delete your apps from your phone, right? But like, what about our physical environment?
Just tell my wife. I have to tell,
Yeah.
I don't.
No vacations this year, right? Yeah,
I think. There's one right behind you, but I think whiteboards are a big thing, you know,
Mhm.
just as digital as our life is, you know, to actually physically see something every time you sit down and kind of, you know, subconsciously, you're just looking at, you know, it's just your pipeline, like,
yeah,
how did I get this thing? You know, it's that, you know, so it's just kind of in your face all the time.
yeah, I love that. Or if your pipeline's empty,
Good idea.
like you're staring at your pipeline on your whiteboard and it's got 3 people on there and none of them are under contract, right? Like I might want to load the pipeline. Yeah, I love that. Houston, we have a problem. What'd you say, Jennifer?
Accountability partner.
Accountability
Hold you
partner.
accountable. Have
Yeah.
someone that's gonna call you out on your job.
Yeah,
You're not getting done. Someone asked me, would you do this thing? I'm telling them.
yeah. Just walk past Jason's cubicle, take one look at his pipeline and be like, what's up with your pipeline, bro?
Yeah.
That one person's a really good buyer.
Yeah. Yeah, $6 million buyer. I like it. Anything else you can think of to alter your environment for optimal deep work time? It's good stuff. Now we just gotta go do it, right? Yeah. Personally, I go in the door, I shut my office door, I turn on some really, really, really quiet music. And in my office, I have like the main fluorescent that I can't stand, and then I have my desk light, right? I go in my office, I shut the door, I turn on the desk light, I turn off the fluorescent. It's like, and like the older I get, the worse my eyes get. So I can't even get distracted by things I can't see because it's darker in my room. And I just focus on the things that are the most important. My phone, my computer, and my habit tracker. Cool. Lovely. So the last couple of minutes, where are you still giving time to low value tasks? Or like, what are the low value tasks that you're currently giving time to that you shouldn't be? This could just be open discussion. We don't really need to write this down. But like, what are some things that are getting in the way?
General comments.
Mhm.
This is not a big look like, but just, you know, current events, news, just, it's easy to
Yeah.
get caught up in the latest thing that's coming across your Twitter feed, you know.
Yeah.
How do you set yourself up to protect yourself from getting sucked into the whatever?
The garbage, all the garbage.
It's low nutrient, food for your brain, but you know, it's easy to get sucked into, so how do you
Yeah.
keep yourself sort of low news diet or just kind of get that stuff? It's just challenging big times.
Yeah. And you know, most of it is stuff we can't change, right? We have no influence. No influence over that stuff, right? Yeah. Yeah. So what's one thing, I know that I gave you a habit tracker and you're gonna probably hopefully add a whole bunch of stuff to your calendar. But what's one thing that you're gonna add to your calendar this week? And one thing that you're gonna remove this week? One thing you can add to your calendar that supports your 3 goals and your 9 to 12 strategies, and one thing that you need to remove.
Remove an hour of television. And replace it with an hour of walking around the neighborhood and talking to anyone that's outside of their house.
Dang, yeah. Love that. Love that. remove an hour of TV time. Gosh, what more could I do with my day? Yeah. Anybody else? What's one thing you're gonna add to your calendar and one thing you'll remove? All right, give me one aha from today. Biggest takeaway from today's sales meeting. Go ahead, Doug, you're making eye contact, you have something to say.
You do more than you actually think.
Love that. Jason, what's your one thing?
Mastery is not sexy.
Amen. But you, Kelly? What's your one takeaway today?
Like both of those, very short and simple, but say a lot.
Yeah.
My takeaway is, yeah, I need to just organize my database, but also just organize my days
Yeah,
to, yeah, accomplish everything
yeah,
that is in my mind, but you know, like write it down and schedule it properly.
yeah, love it. How about you, Christine? What's your one thing? You've been sitting behind Jason the whole time, so I haven't. Speaking of James Clear, you've been out of sight, out of mind.
Well, first of all, I like this habit tracker. I need to think how to apply it to my schedule because most of the time, like when I work and sit in my, desk and trying to work, so it could take like 24 hours. I can sit there and just do work.
Go, yeah,
And I don't care about all the noises, kids, whatever it is. I'm gonna still focusing on what I do.
Yeah.
And so I like it. The only thing I need to figure out how to apply this habit tracker on my schedule because sometimes I have one buyer that we signed an agreement. We sent the offers today, but we've been late, so they already accepted another offer
gotcha.
that comes earlier. It's not my fault, it's a buyer fault because I keep asking him to sign the offer on Sunday
Yeah,
after we sold the house. Which is he pulled the time, now he know a lesson. And
yeah,
I told him, you need to sign now.
yeah,
The rest of it, we will figure out on the way. So now he's a little bit sad.
Yep.
Because we lost the house, good house. But yeah, I like this habit tracker, really do.
good. Good. I can send you the, anybody that wants the soft copy in Excel spreadsheet, I can send you the Excel, you can type your
That
habit
would be
tracker up.
nice.
Yeah, I can
Thank you.
email that to you. Yeah, like, it's always kind of a bittersweet when a buyer learns that lesson, right? Because it validates you as an agent and gives you credibility.
Yeah,
Like, you're not telling them to sign the offer for your health. You're telling them to sign it to get it in before the deadline, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and we sold the house and I said like, I'm gonna send you an offer, sign it. I'm gonna send it and then rest of it, we will figure out.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And I texted him this morning and said like, where's the offer?
Yeah,
He's like, I'm gonna send it now. I'm like, and I sent it, and it comes back that, I'm sorry, we already accepted.
yep. Good lesson for a buyer in this market.
Yeah,
Well, that's all I got for you today, guys. Thank you so much for coming to the sales meeting.